Good morning, good morning. I am Roberto Gonzalez, otherwise known as Rob AJG. We are live. And I want to thank everybody for coming this morning because, like I said, it is, it's early for me. I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, which is Mountain Standard Time. So it is 8 a.m. Did I kill your ears? Music too loud? Hold on. We can fix some of that. How are we doing? Are we better off now? Oh, okay. Sorry. Don't want to make sure that I kill you with sound. But anyway, so again, my name is Roberto Gonzalez, Rob AJG. Today we are going to be, I'll give you like the little game plan. We're going to analyze some PAX gameplay and see how bad some people played and how good people played, and we'll figure out, some actual lines of play there. We'll try to teach you how to play Artifact a little bit better as opposed to anything else. We'll learn together anyway. Because I can't say that I'm anywhere close to perfect, but I feel like I'm getting better. I feel like getting your head stomped in by people who are good for a while will actually increase your playability. It's kind of like with Magic when you first start, or Hearthstone or anything. You lose a lot, and then you see the plays that they make, and then you go from there. So anyway, we're going to do PAX video that I took from when I flew out there, and we'll evaluate some of that. I think we have 4 games today that we're gonna do, and in order to participate in the giveaway, so guys in the chat, so I'm gonna explain once how to get into the giveaway, and then if people in chat can help people who come in after that to figure out what they need to do. So in order for today's giveaway, you need to be a follower in my Twitch channel, which is free, and you'll need to go over to Twitter and follow Rob AJG, and then retweet the there's like a graphic that has me with my arms crossed where I'm talking about the giveaway. So anyway, so we'll do some gameplay review, and then the second thing, we do have a new card. I repeat, okay, if you don't have Twitter, don't worry, I won't hold it against you, but make sure that you're at least a follower here. So, do have a new card that was provided by Valve to reveal to you guys today. So, we will do that about an hour and a half. So, that'll be hour and a half from now, so about 9:30 my time. So, just make sure that you remind me, because I will forget. I will get deep into some of this stuff, and I'm good to, kind of forget. But, I'll reveal it, but I just want to make sure I do it at a certain time. So, yes, we do have a new card we're going to reveal today. For everybody who's not here today or whatever, I'm also going to reveal the card on my website, which is potionofknowledge.com. So, when I reveal the card on stream, I'll also publish the article at the exact same time so that you can, if you want to read about it or know where to go. And I'll also post it on Reddit, so hopefully I don't get beat by somebody else posting the card that I'm revealing. I'm sure I will, but because Reddit always wins. But yes, potionofknowledge.com should be working. And then the last thing we're going to do is we do have a beta key giveaway. Let me see where I put it. The golden ticket. We're going to be giving away one of these. If you go to Twitter at RobAJG, you'll see that there is a tweet that has 300 retweets or something like that, and it has me with my arms crossed, and it has says beta key giveaway. You'll see if you can't miss it. But hold on, I'll link it in the chat for you. That might be a little bit easier so that you can have it. Give me one second, bruh. 1 second, brother. Let's see. Here we go. Let's find that link for you. We gonna get it. And where be you, Link? All right, here Here we go. Here we are. And copy. We're in my Twitch chat. There we are. Here we go. Oh, see, look, somebody already got that. Okay, let's turn down the gain on the mic real quick for you. How about that? Is that a little bit better? We good? Hey. All right. So, I think that's who are you and why you reveal the card. Okay, well it's a good question. So, for anybody who, like I said, doesn't know anything about me, I've played Magic the Gathering for about 25 some odd years. I've played on and off the Pro Tour, and Artifact. I got introduced to Artifact from one of my friends who played Dota 2, who I've known forever, and he said that there was this really great game coming out, and I hadn't heard of it, so I did some research. I reached out to Valve, explained to them that I'd written for other websites and things like that, and that I wanted to come to PAX and do some gameplay footage. So yes, I am old. I am 38 years old, and but yes, so I flew to PAX, met with all the casters, met with the devs, met with all kinds of folks up there, and through the relationships that I made there, I got invited to be able to do this reveal today. So yes, Kibler is my boy. I've known Kibler for a long, long time, and so yes, I'm a little bit older than Mr. Brian Kibler, but living in California is a much better life for your skin and your hair and all of that. But I'm trying to get on my. You want to stream at a lower resolution? I don't know. I'm new on the stream side, so I'm not sure. I think aren't you able to turn down the resolution on your stream? So, but yes, I am 38 years old. And been playing card games since I was 13 years old. So, all right. So, first things first. Let's actually, I want to kind of talk about the Tidehunter reveal. So, I don't know if most people. I'm sure if you don't have Twitter, if you literally do not have Twitter and you're not lying to me, which I can't prove anyway, then yes, you can still enter the giveaway. Just make sure that you follow my Twitch channel, and we'll go from there. So, Tidehunter, if you don't know, I don't know, I think if somebody can link Tidehunter for people who don't know. Tidehunter, so again, it's a 218 with 1 armor, which is... So, the thing I think in my mind is having 2 power is really, really rough, okay? Because you don't kill anything. It's like... That's kind of... And red wants to kill stuff. And it's like the antithesis to a red card. And it seems more like a green card. And so on that end, like, you can mod it. Like, you can give it, plus whatever, or put equipment on it and things like that. But, it's still a 2-power hero. And 2-power heroes is like creep damage. But his spell, though, and it is it's pretty good. And then also his ability, so that's the thing. It's essentially just a big wall, and I like it on the end of, like, in the right deck, like in a constructed deck. If you were trying to build a deck where you could maybe, block their big things for a while, make sure that you can buy yourself time in order to get off big spells. So it would serve that purpose. But again, then you're playing red, and I don't really think red is built to do that, right? Like, red is built to be able to get in there, beat to the face, take down heroes, be able to generate a lot of gold and get your gold EV, or actually to increase your gold disparity with your opponent, so or against your opponent. And I don't think he does that very well, but that's, I mean, who knows? Constructed artifact gameplay is a long way down, and I don't know, but he does block the hell out of most stuff. But again, you can do, like, you see 18 toughness, right? And 18 toughness, you go, oh man, that's like crazy. But like, you know, it seems like you could do better things with other cards. But because you won't really be able to put a big weapon on him, because in order to put a big weapon on him, you have to have a lot of gold. And in order to have a lot of gold, you have to have a lot of power. And he doesn't do those things. So you could, again, you could splash for him in that situation and then have like maybe other aggro cards. You could go aggro and have him in there and then use him to block their bigger heroes that have the crazy power and have a lot of the big equipment. So, but stealing initiative is actually insane, and I didn't realize how it worked until recently. So what happens is a lot is going to, you have like a lane, right, and you're like way ahead in the lane, and you start casting a bunch of spells or doing a bunch of stuff in that particular lane. But the problem is, the more you put into that lane, obviously, the more committed you are to that lane. But second problem is that when you go to the next lane that you're probably behind in, or that you have parity in, you're not able to act first. And sometimes you really need to be able to get rid of one of their heroes that might be able to cast a big AoE spell. So being able to do, let's say, like 3 or 4 different things in a lane that you're ahead in, and at the very end of that be able to steal initiative, like, is awesome. Like, that is really what it is able. That's like why that card is great, because then you can steal initiative in that lane that you're way ahead of, and then get to that next lane that you have parity, get rid of a hero before, or silence it, or do something before they're actually able to cast their big AoE spell, or their big, or coup de grace, or whatever it is. You can actually really devastate a lane, because when somebody gives up on a lane, I mean, they're using that to be able to make sure that, because usually you're going to be casting something in that lane, so that way they earn initiative in the next lane and then can get ahead in that one. So, no. So you do steal initiative, and what that means is that, like, normally whenever you do something in a lane, you pass initiative back to your opponent, and then if you keep doing stuff and they keep passing, then they would, in that next lane, they would have initiative. But by playing that red card, it takes initiative from them, so that now you're passing first, so then they pass, and then you get priority in the next lane. So that's how that risks 007. And yeah, exactly. Like, if you have duel or something like that, you can really mess up the next lane. So, but again, I think Tidehunter has a place. It's not the same as it is, but it's the same as not playing a card. No, it's not no, it's definitely not the same. It is actually taking initiative, which is super duper like important. And that's why that card is good. That's why people would even play Tidehunter. How strongly influences RNG. And so the thing about it is, the beginning of and I'll talk about it more when we get into actually into the gameplay today. But the biggest RNG that I see so far is when in the original placement of your heroes and the original placement of creeps in the very beginning of the game really will kind of dictate where you're going to be going. Argald, thank you for that Twitch Prime subscription. Appreciate it. But so in the very beginning of the game, that's really where that RNG hurts, because you can, depending on what kind of deck you're playing, you could be putting really low toughness heroes in front of really big heroes and lose a lot of stuff. and you can lose it a lot early game and really be able to put, I mean, you get put behind, and that's where I call it that's that gold disparity. So like if you get into an early gold disparity, like it can be problematic, especially if it's you on the disparity end. Yes, I am part of the beta, Aqua for Regia, and being able, that's like where you have to kind of like work your game plan. So that's, and we'll talk about that. So beginning of the game, you'll really see that that's how you have to really think ahead, is how bad am I going to get messed up in the beginning of the game, and then also what do I want to do to combat that. So you're looking for the follow button, already followed, nice. So anyway, that's kind of how I feel about that. So but let's get into some of the actual gameplay. And why did that open up on this screen? Let's not do that. All right, so let's pause it real fast and talk about the actual decks we're seeing right now. So we have the black-green deck, which in the PAX Precons is the so this is the money deck, and the money deck for people. Let's see. Can you move the follow graphic to the side? Oh, okay. Oh, you removed the followers notification. Sorry. I don't know if I can do that right now, but I will. Hold on. Hold on. I will get rid of that. That kind of does bug. Let us do that. Ewok the baby, thank you for the subscribe, but I'm going to help you guys out real fast and get rid of the follower notification because I want to make sure you guys can see everything. So give me one sec. But anyway, while I'm doing that, I'm going to talk about these two decks. So we've got the green-black money deck, and then we also have the green-red. That's more of the aggro deck. And in this matchup, the big thing that obviously the money deck wants to do is try to get their black heroes in front of other heroes that they can kill quickly and easily. So that's going to be. Let's turn off subscriber alert. I'm going to keep subscriber alert, and I'm going to undo the follower alert, so that way. All right, so that should have taken care of that for you guys. All right, yes, just follow away. Okay, so anyway, so the money deck again wants to be able to get as much money as they can, and then also on top of that be able to use payday. And then the thing about payday is, we can double our gold, and once we double our gold, then we can actually make sure that we can cast the really big equipment, be able to buy random stuff out of the secret shop that we don't normally have access to, and then obviously our consumables, like being able to actually have access to moving heroes from lane to lane with a consumable and not having to actually spend mana on it is super important, in my opinion anyway, and being able to do that works strong. So familiar with Dota? I'm not too familiar with Dota at all. Like, I am a Dota virgin, so thank you for the cheer. Dahaposai? I'm not sure how to say that. But so I am working to learn more about Dota. I'm actually going to start playing Dota later tonight to kind of see, because I've played League, but I haven't played Dota. And now with the red-green deck, so let's just look at the hero power, right? So we've got a 4-10, a 3-7, a 6-8, a 7-5, and a 4-9. And then on the red-green side, we've got 4-10, 7-11, 6-9, 4-11, and 6-8. So the immediate problem is that the red or the green-black money deck can't immediately place into early position and be able to kill a hero in the first turn. So what's more likely is that the red-green deck will place into positions to be able to kill their heroes early, and now the green-black deck is in a problem because now it's got gold disparity that's not in its favor, and now it's got to work uphill to do that. So there are some things that the money deck can do. It does have the ability to create gold every turn. So, I mean, I'm looking at the actual deck right now. So we've got Iron Fog Gold Mine. Iron Fog Gold Mine will be able to give them 3 gold after every combat step. So that is one of the ways they can generate, which is essentially like every turn killing a hero and a half. So that goes pretty hard normally. And then it does have targeted removal. So like targeted removal, you've got pick off, you've got no accident, you've got coup de grace, you've got steam cannon, you've got a lot of things where the red-green deck doesn't have that. So, so I was saying, like, yeah, heroes 5 gold. Oh, sorry, right. So heroes 5 gold. So it's, I said, a little bit more than half, and that's so 3, 2, you know what I mean, 2.5, 3, same deal. Why do we think the deck has 3 green heroes instead of 3 black if it's aiming for kills? The green heroes use the money better. So I don't know, actually. Like that seems like a really good question, because you do have I think the reason it has green is it's got 3 Retvil convoy, and that's the one that gives +X where you have it's equal to half your gold. So that in itself is one of the reasons why it's called the money deck, is because Retvil Convoy is a rare, it's green, and you need to have access. But I would think that you maybe would want to have 1 more black hero instead of 3 green heroes. So and having a 20 toughness on the convoy is pretty strong. And Chen, I'm not sure why he's in the deck. I mean, I would just rather have another black hero in the deck. All right, so, but the reason that Rix is in the deck is you want to make sure that you can put, Horn of the Alpha or the Apotheosis Blade, or is that how to say Apotheosis Blade on it, and then with rapid deployment, you can just keep getting it out there. So, like, that's the payoff. So I understand why Rix is in there. I understand that part, but yeah, I don't know. So here we go. When I was at PAX, you notice which deck was the most powerful of the 4. So I think, okay, so let's, all right, I'm going to pause it here so we can see placement. I think it really depended on the streamer or the player. Like, some players really like the blue-black deck, but the problem with the blue-black deck was that it's an aggro deck, and for the people who were the heroes, being able to be having starting 10 life less was like not what the aggro deck wanted, because a lot of times you're going to be using your towers as, you just don't care. You're like, look, they're going to die, it's whatever, but I'm going to kill 2 of them before they get to 2 of mine. And having a 10 life disparity, 10 health disparity on their actual towers was like super rough. But it's, as for, somebody asked if you can have multiple colors in the deck. I'm gonna assume you can. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I'm like I said, I would assume that you can. I just don't imagine that they would make it so that you can't do that. Like, you could have 2 but not 3 or 4, or if there was, I don't know. So anyway, so let's look at placement here. In the first top lane, we've got our 6/9 on a 2/4, and so that's going to generate a gold for us. We've got a 2/4 and a 2/4. That's not going to do anything. But the good thing is that we have Rix on the same lane, and being able to have like Pugna on the same lane as Rix is good, because then not only can we eat this creep in the top lane, but eventually, hopefully, we'll be able to mod or equip Pugna so that we can actually get Rix as well. And because Rix is on this lane, Rix is really good about making sure Chad is blocking the left lane. Sorry, it's but most people don't want to keep placing a Rix in the same lane. So once we kill this Rix, we'll be able to hopefully dominate the top lane. And being able to dominate, in my opinion, dominating top lane is super, super important, because now we can either try to go 80 in top lane, or we can at least make sure that we're winning in this particular lane, and then make sure that we, being mid, we have a 410 on 410 here, so we've got Lycan on Lycan in mid. Like, that's going to be a little bit tougher because our 2 melee creeps actually ended up placing in bottom. And all right, let's see. Yeah, I can remove let's remove that chat window real fast for you. Let's see. Hold on, guys. Let me, sorry, I'm just figuring out how to do this real quick for you. Twitch chat. There we go. How about that? Did that get rid of it? Oh, nope, that just got rid of the chat itself. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Let's get rid of the actual box. Twitch chat. And... Alright, here we go. How about that? Did that work? There we go. Awesome. Alright, so, again, we'll hopefully be able to dominate top lane here. We are now in... Our mid is 410 on a 410, so that's like not... That's not pristine there. It's not really. That's going to be kind of hard to take advantage of anything on that side. But Lycan is Lycan, right? So, and then again, in our bottom lane, we have Axe. We have Axe on a melee creep, so we're going to get that gold right there. He's going to have, let's see, he's got Phantom Assassin on this, so he'll get that gold. So we're looking pretty good immediately. We're not losing any heroes in our immediate placement, which is the big deal in the very beginning. So when you lose a lot of heroes in your initial placement, well, I mean, we don't have to use top, mid, bottom, but I mean, I think that's intuitive for me is to use top, mid, bottom as opposed to left, mid, right. But I think as we move forward, you know, I don't know. Can I? Yeah, I guess I can. I don't know. Let's see. When I'm going to use the raffle. Yeah, that is kind of dumb about the raffle code. But let's see. How do I do that real quick? Anyway, I'll worry about that later. So, here we go. We have double Poise to Strike. We have Smeevil Blacksmith. We have Divine and double Divine Purpose. So, why is there 3 minions for the top player? So, let's, I'll have to look at it again. Didn't we both have 3. Yeah, because he has 2 in this lane, and then we also have, we have 1 here, and then we have 2 in our bottom lane. So, anyway, so right now, we've got Poison Strike. Poison Strike isn't really going to be anything for us. I mean, Poison Strike gives us +4 attack this round. We don't need that attack, but if we can somehow get over to Rix, being able to get that extra power in will obviously help us. Please remove the 3. They're covering the hand. Okay, let's do that. Hold on. We're going to fix all this stuff today. Give me 1 second. Let me get rid of the bottom video. And then I will... Hold on, guys. I'm just helping you so that you can see all the cards here. We'll get rid of recent tips. We're going to get rid of latest follower. And so this is going to be just upkeep stuff that we'll do it this time, but we won't have to do it again. So give me 1 tick. We're almost done. And 1 more. All right. So that should have fixed that. And let's take a look, make sure it looks right. All right. There we go. Anyway, so okay. So here on this side of it, again, we have Pugna, we have Poison Strike, we have the Blacksmith, we have double Divine Purpose. Double Divine Purpose is not really what we want right now because obviously 2 7-drops is going to be a big problem. And we only have 3 spells, well, 2 spells that we can do now, and 2 of them will actually not be really relevant for a while. So our hand, or the green-red player's hand, is not that great. So in the very beginning of the game, we are not going to be drawing 2 cards. So in this particular gameplay, it looks like this is, yeah. So this is somebody who's actually playing against another live opponent. What's that? Can we use another video player? The default Windows one have that black gradient that sucks. Oh. So we, just in case you're wondering, like in this lane, neither of us could cast anything, or neither of the players could cast anything, so that's why they just immediately passed. Okay, so let's see, on the bottom of the chat, there's a gear and there's mod tools. Got it. And manage moderation settings. Okay, got it. Hold on, I will get that fixed for you real fast. And let's get rid of blocked terms and phrases. All right, I put raffle on there, so that way we can actually not have to see that anymore, because that does actually bug the living crap out of me. All right. All right, here we go. Back. Followers. Let's get back to my chat. Sorry, guys. Oh, do I still have the recent donate? What the heck? No, I need to get that off of there too. Hold on, guys. Upkeep stuff. So that next stream we don't have to do it again. And then let's get rid of recent subscriber button too. Okay. All right. So that should be everything, so that we can make sure we can actually see the entire screen. Can we see everything now? Recent subscriber is still on there. All right, let's save. Nope. And sorry, I'm just trying to make sure that that you guys can see the entire hand, because that's what we had a problem with before. And then let's get that going. All right. Here we go. I think we might be okay here. Let's save this. And then what do we look like? Are we looking halfway decent? We still have that recent subscriber button in there. The card reveal will be here short. Oh no. Anyway, let's get back into gameplay. So again, on this, we're not going to Poison Strike here. Obviously, Poison Strike doesn't do anything. He could cast something. He could cast. I'm just trying to think. What would he want to cast in this particular? Like, there's nothing he really wants to cast in this lane anyway. Only because, like, as the black player, like, what do you want to cast here? Like, you want to cast like no accident, raffle bots. I have no idea how to ban raffle bots. So, yeah, there's that. So, again, he's not going to want to cast Payday. He's not going to want to cast No Accident. He might want to cast Iron Fog Goldmine. But, yeah. So, yep, there's the Goldmine. And on our side, there's not much we're going to do. So we're still here at parity. Yeah, I know. I'm at the. What's a better way to a better player instead? You know, if there's a better media player that I should use, please let me know, because I'm just using the default one. All right. So now we have to kind of decide what we want to do here. So he has Debbie coming in. He has 2 melee creeps that are going to be going mid. We have our melee creeps got split between top and bottom lane. VLC. Okay. I'll make sure that I get. Not Windows Media Player. So he's got 2 coming mid, which is going to help push him a little bit, simply because we've got both of our Lycans in mid. We're going to split our creeps, which is actually not terrible, but the problem here is that the melee creep that's going to bot is going to be placed right in front of his hero, so we're going to lose that one. And then in our top lane, this melee creep is going to get put up in front of Rix, which is fine because Rix isn't going to kill it. So I would think normally that my initial thought would be to place our hero into the top lane. And the reason why is being able to... so granted, Farvan isn't a really aggressive hero, but I want to dominate top lane first, and dominating top lane it is always what I want to do. I hate being in a situation where I am dominating the second two lanes and then I lose to an 80 in the top. So being able to dominate first gives us the ability to actually go 80 in a lane and win before they can beat us in the other two lanes. So so you have 720 only. Is that something that I did? Because if that's something I did, I will definitely try to fix that. Let's see. Let us see. If anybody in chat wants to tell me... Oh, okay. If somebody in the chat wants to tell me how to be able to help them with their being able only in 720p, I will definitely fix that. Oh, I have to be a Twitch partner to get transcoding? Okay, I'm not a partner. not by any means. I'm an affiliate. So, anyway. So I think that I would, in this particular case, I would put Dreamer in top lane. But there's also an argument to put it mid, because if we put it mid, we do have a chance that it gets put in front of Debbie, but we also put it in front of one of these melee creeps and then be able to get a little bit more gold that way. So I would be fine with top or mid here, but I guess my first inclination, no, it would have to be top. Because if I put it mid, I've got two green heroes. I can't take advantage of my mana if I happen to draw two forecasting cost green spells. So yeah, I would just place top. So let's see what he does. All right, so he goes top. And Debbie will almost certainly also go top because he in no way, shape, or form wants to put it in front of an axe by accident. So I do know John Finkel. I don't know Finkel very well, but I have definitely seen John in many, many tournaments over the years on Magic. But I don't know if he's coming over to Artifact. He hasn't told me anything specifically, so I can't speak to what John's going to do. All right, so we did draw another 4-drop. So we drew Prowler this player drew Prowler Vanguard, and then we did pick up a Ogre Conscripts. The problem with Conscripts is obviously it's a 6-drop. It'll be nice when we get to there. We're not going to lose this game before we get to 6, but it would be nice to have something, earlier game. But in this particular case, I don't think we're going to put Vanguard on this lane because Vanguard, the thing about Vanguard, obviously, if in case you don't know, Prowler Vanguard does give its allied neighbors +1 armor, and +1 armor in front of this melee creep isn't going to do anything for us. And Prowler Vanguard on the other side, where Dreamer is, also isn't going to really do anything. So Vanguard is kind of... it's kind of whatever. Did Valve let you in closed beta too, since they're teamed up for the card reveal? So I was in the beta before I got the card reveal. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yes, I was in the beta and then got a card reveal from there. Now, on the Blacksmith, so the Blacksmith does give a random hero 1 armor, and so it's either one of these heroes with 1 armor would be fine. So I do think that we should place the Blacksmith in this lane because it actually has power. It's a 2/2, so we'll see what he does. So again, the thing about this is that the players who are playing are also new. So you have to remember that this is like the first time they're seeing the cards. They're not, experts at this by any means. So they're going to make mistakes and they're going to not do it right. But I want to make sure that we can at least, okay, well, it seems like he did do it right. Ended up getting that extra power on the board. Farvin got an armor, which is great. And then he went Mists. So Mist of Avernus, for everybody, obviously, if you don't know what Mist of Avernus does, what it's going to do is every turn, all the allies in that lane are going to get +1 attack. So that's a pretty strong card. But the thing normally is you want to put that into a lane where it's going to hit your heroes, because since it's a modification, it'll stay with your heroes. So with his heroes here not dying, I might have placed it in this particular lane so that we can get 8 power on Debbie and get up to 4 power on Rix, but he didn't do that. So, and we're just waiting. Yep, there we go. All right. So we're at parity there on this lane. So now I see why he did that, because now he's got 2 creeps that have 5 power, and he's got Lycan with 5 power. But the problem now is we can put a Vanguard in front of something, give it 2 power, give the armor to Lycan, and be able to kill this creep next turn. And then he still has to hope that he gets more creeps in this lane. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of a waste of that Mists in this lane. So we do have a red hero coming next, so we're able to, if we wanted to do something in this lane, we could place our red hero, and who is that red hero? Is that Legion Commander? Yeah, Legion Commander's on the way next turn, so we could get Legion Commander in this lane and really kind of can mess it up. So yeah, we're almost certainly, how much RNG in this game? The RNG really is in the very initial placement. That's what I see. So is this some random that got to play during PAX, an actual beta player that has decent knowledge of the game? No. Jake Fanboy 69. These are randoms that waited in line for 5 or 6 hours to play. So there's definitely going to be a lot of mistakes. And I just from looking at some of the stuff I've seen in the video that I have, because I've got like 16 hours of video play of gameplay. There's a lot of just silly things that happen. So all right, on this lane we have Axe against his assassin, and the thing about Phantom Assassin is he's got a real problem, because if that Phantom Assassin ends up in front of Rix, in front of Axe, that's a problem, right? So, and then he's going to have a problem just even doing anything in this lane. But he might give up on this lane anyway. So I don't know. He's got to decide where he wants to go. The green black player does, because it's going to be super difficult for this deck to actually deal with Axe unless he has coup de grace. And I don't know. Oh, Phantom Assassin's a girl? Oh, yeah, I see that now. Okay. But on this particular turn, we don't have initiative, so we're going to get to see what he does first. And if he doesn't do anything, it's possible that it might just double Poised Strike in this lane. And if I double Poised Strike in this lane, I'm going to get an extra 8. That'll be 15, 17 on this lane. So now I'm at 21, and I'm pretty good on that side, and I have Ogre Conscripts that I can finish the lane off with, and then not have to commit another hero to this lane, because I don't want to commit 2 heroes to a lane that I can win with just having creeps. That doesn't, having multiple heroes in a lane is no bueno. If we can have an actual creature that'll do the same thing. So let's see what he does. She has a French accent. Poised to strike. Let's see. He could pass just with he might not use the poised to strike. Oh, nope. There's one. If you want to see where all the cards are, if you go to Artifact Buff, artifactbuff.com, all the Pax decks are there. So the one thing about this particular, this is not my gameplay. This is some random guy. So the only thing about the video of this particular gameplay is the top left and the bottom right somehow got cut off, and that was before I really knew how to record these games, so you'll have to excuse me on that. So I'm not exactly sure how much gold. I know he has at least 3 because he can buy the Traveler's Cloak. Do you think Rix can be played as continuous jump blocker, or like giving? Yeah, I can't imagine giving Rix as a jump blocker consistently. That just doesn't seem like a good plan, because feeding your opponent 5 gold every single turn is bleh, bleh. Anyway, so for people at home who don't know, we have enough gold to be able to buy a Traveler's Cloak, and then we have, if you see in the top left of our secret shop, you'll see that hold button. So paying 1 to hold phase boots for next turn could be a thing, but I don't know that we really want to do that, because we are fairly ahead, and I think we might just want to get through our item deck so we can get to our more powerful stuff, and just buy the Traveler's Cloak now and really negate a lot of the damage of what our opponent can do, or what the money deck can do. So if we buy Traveler's Cloak, we could put it on Dreamer, and now he would be a 4/2, and being a 4/9 right now, that would be super strong. We could put it in front of Axe, but putting on Axe isn't really what we want to do, because Axe is strong anyway. He doesn't really need that buff. We could also put it in Pugna, and because he really wants to try to get rid of Pugna, because 6 power is 1 hour to get through 3 minutes of gameplay. I mean, yes, that is part of it, is that we want to really get into, kind of delve deep into it, because there's not a lot of gameplay to watch, and there's not a lot of analysis to watch, and that is the big thing. So, and again, if you like my analysis, you could always sub to the channel with a free Twitch Prime sub. Anyway, that's enough for advertisements. So let's see what our hero does here, which I would assume is just buy the Traveler's Cloak and move on, because we really want to get to be able to do these 6 and 7 drops. All right, Cloak. So you do normally know how much gold your opponent has. It's in the top right and the bottom right. But this particular gameplay, it got cut off. So yeah, poo-poo gameplay on this particular video. Anyway, so we have Legion Commander coming in. In case you don't know what Legion Commander does, being a 6/8 with 1 armor is awesome. Literally every match of non-first day of packs can be watched on YouTube. And yeah, no jungle. All right, so let's think about what we have here. So he's got 2 melee creeps coming top. We have 1 coming mid, and we have another. We have 1, or excuse me, I keep saying we, as in like I'm playing the green-red deck. But so the green-red deck has the melee creep coming mid, another melee creep coming bot, but that bot is going to get placed in front of Phantom Assassin, so it's going to die again. So we have to kind of decide where we want to win. We have 2 here, or excuse me, we've got Rix in top that's going to die. We've got 2 things attacking it, so that's whatever. He's got 2 creeps coming in. One of them is going to get placed in front of Pugna, so we'll kill that one, and the other one will get placed in front of a creep, which will kill, which will possibly kill one of ours. So we could try to go top and see, because our Legion Commander will get placed in front of Debbie, and then we can kill Debbie that way. If we go mid, we have a chance of Legion Commander getting put in front of that melee creep and then knocking that out, so that way then we can hopefully try to kill all of the heroes in mid lane. So that's also very nice. And then if we go bot, we have a chance of it getting put in front of the Phantom Assassin, and then we could actually kill the Phantom Assassin too. I don't think going first lane, the problem with going first lane is then we have our top lane is that we have 3 heroes on top lane, and having 3 heroes on top lane is not really what we want to do. So we have to think about where our opponent wants to put his Chen, because he's definitely. I don't imagine that his Chen is going to go bot. Like, that's just because there's too much of a chance that it'll get put in front of Axe and just end up dying a horrible death. So, and he could put Chen mid and then just try to win that mid, because he sees that all four. We've got 4 deaths right there going. So I think I would be inclined to put the to put the Legion Commander in our mid. Even though putting it top would almost certainly kill Debbie, I think I want to win this mid lane. But let's see what we've got here. All right. Oh, what's up, Blevins? What up, son? Uh-oh, I heard some things. Thank you for those cheers, my friend. Appreciate that. All right. So we're still waiting to see what the money deck is going to do here. And the money deck also has another hero coming next turn. What's up, dude? What up? Oh, Panhead360, thank you for that Twitch Prime subscription. The card has not been revealed yet. All right, so let's look at this top. Oh, somebody hit the camera. Anyway. All right, so we ended up with a Bronze Legionnaire and another Conscript. So we have to prep to make sure that we have 2 lanes that can actually play this Conscript. Because once we get to 6, we want to obviously be able to maximize our mana every turn. And right now we have, with Debbie, I guess pointing? I don't know what the word would be for retargeting. How about that? So Debbie retargeted to Pugna. Pugna is still on the melee creep. Our melee creep to the right, and then we still have Dreamer, and we have our 2 power guy over there. So we've got 2 damage to the tower. So at this point, we want to be able to save Pugna in this lane so that next turn we can play the Conscripts. So I think what we should do is we put Bronze Legionnaire down in front of Debbie, and then that way Debbie will retarget to the Bronze Legionnaire, and we sack the Legionnaire, but we keep Pugna alive. But you know, because the question here is that if we have if we'll have initiative next turn or not, because we want to be able to cast our Conscripts before the black green player gets a chance to kill our Pugna and then keep us off of the Conscripts. So let's see. Let us see what he's going to do, because we don't have initiative. So there are a few things that are available. Doing a pyramid is the chosen one to get in the first. Doing a pyramid is the one chosen to get into the beta. What? Oh, so you're right. So okay, so we got silenced. So getting silenced is going to hurt. And now I'm not sure why this player is in a hurry to put a Traveler's Cloak on that. So we're not able to cast Bronze Legionnaire because our Pugna got silenced, but I'm not sure about Traveler's Cloak on Pugna. I don't know that that's... I mean, granted, yes, if you put it on to Pugna now and it dies, then we obviously when it comes back it'll already have the cloak, but that like doesn't do much. And all we're doing right now by putting that cloak on there is losing initiative in our next lane. So I'm not hype about that play. All right. So it looks like we're going to... I was going to say we're going to be equal on gold, but a healing Salve Rix. And now players got to play that Bronze Legionnaire. If he plays Bronze Legionnaire on the far left, he can maybe get onto... Okay, well, there we go. Alright, well, it didn't retarget. Oh, and there's a convoy in front of it. So it looks like our opponent... Or excuse me, the money deck has 8 gold. And we're going to be trading, let's see, 3 creeps and a hero for 2 creeps and a hero in this lane. Because Poison Strike isn't going to do anything. Oh, wow. And another Fountain Flask. How about you start Artifact and show us how to play the game? I mean, I think that's to me, but we can talk more about how to play. And again, this lane, we're way ahead. It just kind of depends on what our opponent is going to do here with Phantom Assassin. So Payday, it's possible that he could have waited on a Payday there because it's actually like super far ahead. It looks like we only have 3 gold. We almost certainly we're going to buy a Town Portal Scroll to help us with some deployment. Going to PAX is a good way of earning $400 to $500. It's fun to see people make money off of selling free things. Oh, I haven't gotten to sell anything that I got from PAX. I literally have kept everything except the beta keys. So RNG and Artifact, it can be kind of rough. It looks like our opponent, the money deck has 36 gold now. What? That can't be right. No, okay. He bought 3 different things, so we'll see. We got a Savage Wolf and a Favor. So now he's got to really think because he's lost a bunch of heroes last turn. He's got in that mid lane. He's got the Envoy beating the living dog crap out of him. So it might be time to give up on mid and use the Town Portal Scroll to get our red hero out of there, and then try to do something in this particular lane. We have initiative, which kind of sucks because we want to put our Savage Wolf down in front of this creep on the far right, and then try to keep it alive for a couple turns so that we can Divine Purpose next turn and be able to do that. If you don't mind a question, how did you get a card reveal? I've never heard of... Yeah, I got a card reveal, again, because I have played Magic for a long time, made some contacts at Valve, got invited to the beta, and they saw some of the content I had written over on the Magic side. So I think the play here is we Savage Wolf into the far right, and because I don't think we want to favor in this particular lane. And so he placed... Okay, so he... Yeah, like, so if you place in the far left, you can place it in front of Debbie, but the problem is that he could easily just kill the Debbie too. Excuse me, easily kill our wolf, and I think I want to have the wolf around, but I don't imagine that this wolf is going to stay around in order to kill Debbie. I was thinking about... The reason I wanted to put it on the far right is he's less likely to kill it as opposed to putting it in front of Debbie where he's almost certainly going to kill it if he has something. Now, he might not have anything, but he could have... He bought like 3 or 4 different pieces of equipment, so all he needs is one, literally one. Oh my god, he has an Apotheosis Blade on Rix. Oh, okay. All right. So that's a big problem. So, good God, I did not get to pick the card I'm revealing. I wish I would have. That would have been really sweet. But there's like a schedule of cards that get released, and so anyway, the money deck has no money right now, but it has a blade on a Rix, which is obscene. All right, so Town Portal Scroll there. I'm not. Yeah, like an Apotheosis Blade on a Rix is pretty broke. I'm not sure about trying to deny them gold there. Obviously, he can redeploy, but I think we need the gold too. So I think I would have been pretty likely to just leave that guy there. and let it die. So, right, but it's not stuck, right? Like, yeah, see, there's the no accident. So Debbie is going to stay alive. How much pay to win? I have no idea how much pay to win is going to be, because it's going to be like Magic where you have to buy boosters anyway. But the skill cap is so high that, you know, you can have like the people who are going to be really, really good at this game are also, I think, going to invest money in it. So I understand the theory of like keeping from killing Ricks, but killing Ricks is super easy because it only has 3 toughness, and he can no accident his own guy. And get Ricks off that lane and then just replace it. So, like, that's kind of whatever. Conscripts. I like conscripts in front of the Revel here while it's low. Well, it's only 2 power. Okay. He didn't do that. So, like, if we put it... We can try to kill the hero, but the problem is that we actually, like, kill... If we don't kill Envoy, we're not going to win. Like, or the red-green deck is going to lose if Convoy stays alive. Convoy is gross, and we have to find a way to get it off the board, because heroes we can kill. Heroes are not terribly difficult for us to remove with our deck, so we want to make sure that we can kill this Envoy as quickly as possible. But he didn't do that. He placed it in front of a hero that's doing 6 damage, whereas we could have placed it in front of the Envoy and it does 0, and we would have done 7, taking it to 11, which would have given us, if we still have a red hero in this lane, we can actually play another conscript next turn, or we can place a green hero in this lane and then Divine Purpose. So I think, right. Well, so he could, yeah, I guess that's also true. Yeah, he could, if we don't try to kill Chen right here, he can just steal it. So there's also that. I guess, does killing your own unit give them gold? Yes, it does. I'm just trying to think what else we could have done. Because, yeah, Chen is going to be able to steal a creep. So we're kind of stuck. We do have to put that ogre in front of the Chen in order to try to kill it. Because if we don't kill it, it'll just steal it anyway. And if he gets an ogre for free on this lane, we are definitely going to lose. So, good point, whoever pointed that out. All right, well, Traveler's Cloak is going to keep him alive. And Poaching Knife is... Wow. Alright, well, I mean, that's only... Poaching Knife's fine, but that's 10 power on this lane. I don't have any idea how the red-green deck is going to win from here. Place the conscripts in this lane and just try to win this lane, I guess, is the plan. Yeah, so, like, this game is going to be a lot different than other TCGs, because other TCGs, like Hearthstone and even MTG Arena, once you buy cards into your account, they're stuck. So you can't do anything with them. Whereas here, you'll be able to buy boosters, you can sell extras when you open rare cards that maybe you're not using, you can sell those too. So, yeah. Alright, so now we've got double divine, or they've got double divine purpose. We need to draw cards. There's no way, the only way we're getting, or that this deck is getting back in there is to somehow have a miracle. 3 heroes in. Let's just take a peek and see where we need to place. Well, he has to place... Well, you don't want to kill Phantom Assassin on one hand, but you still have to find a way to win a lane, right? Like, he needs to win the lane. Like, right now he's losing... Well, he's losing the first 2. He was ahead in the bottom, and I'm perfectly fine with having 1 hero and 1 creep in that bot lane. But because, again, we can't place the ogre in the mid lane because Chen will just take it. So I was perfectly fine with that. So, again, we have to think about what's the other lane we're going to win. I don't think we can win our mid lane. So I think the red-green deck should just YOLO and go all in on the first lane, The only problem there, I'm just trying to think. So we can, if any of our heroes get placed in front of his heroes on that lane, we're going to kill it. But the problem is the blade over there, and then he can just redeploy Rix. But we could put all of our heroes in our top lane, Divine Purpose, and Potion to draw a card, and then try to just get him off that lane. I think that's probably... Yeah, and then Divine Purpose in front of Rix. But the problem is that Rix has the blade, and the blade will automatically condemn any creature that blocks it. So that's the problem there. So, all right, let's see what we got. There's one. What? I don't know why we would put Lycan mid, because we can't win. I don't think we can win this lane at all. Like, is using the Steam Market RNG? Kinda. Yeah, I would say so. Alright. So, we didn't get any heroes in front of any of their heroes. So that's terrible. We've got 7. So, good God. Yep, and we got Coup de Grace. So, yeah. There's, what does condemn mean? Condemn means destroy. Alright, so we got a Berserker's Call. I mean, we have to give up on this lane now. We can't do anything here anymore. So we have to try to win this lane. So we're going to have to favor into mid. And somehow, I don't know how we're going to do this. But yeah, he has to favor into mid. That's the only hope. Hey bro, big Dota fan. Because the green cards don't have any targeted removal, and then maybe we can strand Rix and Debbie into the top lane. Yes, this is a live match, Paul Kemp TV. But it's a live match from PAX, I guess. Sorry, PAX replay. Okay. Oh, Hand of God. Well, so we can Divine Purpose. Yeah, I think we have to Divine Purpose there. Again, we have to find a way to deal with this Envoy. Poison Strike isn't going to do anything. But maybe we can Berserker's... Well, Berserker's Call is not going to do much. No, like, I think you have to... He's... Okay, so... RM Sekira 91. Like, the thing about that is... So, in our third lane, we can Nether Ward into mid. And then just try to win this... Because we're going to win this lane just based... Or, excuse me, the red-green deck is going to win this lane just based on what we have. And we have... But Axe is stranded. So, like, we need to get Axe out of this lane somehow. But when it comes to foils, I have... All the things I've read have said that there were not going to be any foils. But I don't work for Valve, so I can't tell you. Alright, so Phantom Assassin for our opponent is almost certainly coming mid. And... that is going to should spell the death for the red-green deck. Because the red-green deck is only getting a melee creep in mid. The Envoy is at 12 power. It's possible we could lose Farvin in the top lane, which is going to give him more gold. So... I mean, because there's nothing to do here, right? Oh, wow, and a steam cannon. Okay, so yeah, the red-green deck is super dead, is super duper dead. Because even if, so this is a PAX match with live commentary, exactly. Yeah, I went to PAX and did a bunch of video, so. I guess he can, for funsies, he could he could cast Divine Purpose here just for fun. Because there's nothing they're going to be able to do. Because, I mean, he could put a Prowler Vanguard, Steam Cannon. Yep. Super dead. Super duper dead. So now just cast... go ahead and just cast Vanguard and Blacksmith over here for whatever reason, just because. Because there's literal nothing you can do. I mean, he can Berserker's Call for fun when it gets there, but super duper dead. Not just little dead. Super dead. But so there were some mistakes that were made with placement on the red-green player side, but the thing is that the money deck got to an Apotheosis Blade on a Rix, and trying to strand the Rix in the top lane worked, but ended up not being able to do enough in mid to be able to actually do anything here. Yeah, poised to strike. Get him. Berserker's Call. Go get him. Oh, double. Good God. Oh, 33 power. I guess there wasn't out there because like you could Berserker's Call and just kill all three of the guys in front. But that... yeah. So like there wasn't out there if... there wasn't 33 power on that Envoy. Like, yeah, Grand Melee. Yeah, there just needed to be another creep here to get in front of that Envoy to give another turn. But the Steam Cannon killing the green hero that was here. Yes, card reveal. Incoming. Right? Is that what time we got? Yes. At 9:30 my time. It's Convoy? What did I say? Envoy? Convoy. Alright, thank you. Alright, so... thank you for playing! Yeah, when you lose to another player, you do get the thank you for playing message. Let me make sure I'm saying this card right. I'm in Mountain Time Zone. Let's double check here. Economy ramp. Revtal Convoy. Alright, I was saying Envoy. It's Convoy. Thank you. Alright. Let us see. Well, we have 18 minutes. So let's do this. Instead of starting another game, let's do maybe some question and answer. And then at the bottom of the hour, or yeah, excuse me, at 9:30 my time, which is Mountain Standard Time, we will do the reveal. So let's close this down for a second, and let's talk about some Q&A. What questions do you guys have for me that I can answer that are not beta related, first of all, because I like being in the beta and I don't want to get kicked out, but I can basically answer theory crafting questions. I can answer questions, just you know, stuff that's not going to mess with the NDA, right? What does a 25 gold blade actually do? Okay, that's a good question. So let's I'm gonna bring up, let's bring this up real fast. So let's bring up Apotheosis Blade. Okay, so Apotheosis Blade gives the hero +8 attack, +4 siege. It condemns units equipped hero deals damage to, and it has an active 1, which condemns enemy improvements. It condemns each item equipped by the equipped hero's combat target. So Apotheosis Blade is busted because condemn means destroy. And in this game, there's not a lot of ways to actually destroy stuff. Like, if you look at all of these pre-con decks, like, I think Apotheosis Blade is, like, one of the only ways to destroy... it's condemn, but Magic Guy in me says destroy. So, so it not only will destroy the equipped... it'll destroy the hero that's blocking it. So even if you were going to be able to live through the damage, you're going to get destroyed. And then It's also going to... It has +4 siege, so even if you block it, it's still going to do damage to the tower. And then you can active 1 to condemn the enemy improvements. So whatever improvements they have on that lane, they're all going to die. So... first game I ever played, Ig Siege, was Magic the Gathering. I started playing when I was 13 years old, and I've been playing till today, and I'm 38. Let's see, I'm going to go back up to some of these questions. My favorite color in Artifact is probably black. I like being able to play... in this game, in Magic, I play control decks. I just play all the control decks. But in Artifact, I like being able to play aggro, and I think black is pretty aggro, and it has some nice stuff. Thoughts on Tidehunter? We did talk about Tidehunter at the beginning of the stream, and again, I like Tidehunter's card. I like being able to steal initiative, but I don't think that Tidehunter itself is that great because I don't see red cards with 2 power being that useful. Has anything revealed thus far seemed meta-defining? No, not that I've seen. What's the best archetype for beginners, in my opinion? So I think mid-range decks are really what most players are going to want to play, because if we look at the PAX decks, so like the blue-black deck is an aggro deck, even though it's not. You wouldn't normally think if you play Magic, you see blue-black, you think that that's a control deck, but it's an aggro deck. But having the ability to, I don't think most players are going to know enough of the cards to play control well. I don't think that people are very good at playing just straight like hyper aggro, like mono red in Magic. So I think everybody's going to be in that mid range. The key giveaway going to be PM to someone in chat, or is it going to be shown on the screen? No. I'm going to randomly choose somebody in the chat. I'm going to randomly choose a follower, and then I will announce that in the chat. My favorite deck to play, again, I like black in Artifact. If you come from MTG, why are you a top bot gamer and not a first, third, or even a left, right? Well, so I have played League of Legends, and because Artifact content is so new, I'm just trying to use some of the terminology that was used in Dota 2 and apply that here until we kind of decide as a community what we want to do. We have all heard about the All Improvement deck already and a 4-color deck as well. How strong do you think these decks will be? An All Improvement deck? I haven't heard of that. But I mean, an All Improvement deck could be really strong, right? Like, I mean, if you have, like, I'm just trying to think of some of the cards that are in the precons. Like, if you had a board that, where you're conflagrating a bunch of stuff and you're doing all this stuff in a lane and it doesn't cost you any mana every turn, like, that is obviously very good. So it's possible, but, in 4-color decks, I'm just, even in Magic, I'm just not a big fan of 4-color decks, especially because it increases your RNG, right? Like, because if you have 4 colors, you're getting 3 heroes out on turn 1, so it's very possible that you're going to have cards in your hand that you can't do anything with, and that's really not that great. I don't want to add more RNG into this game than there already is. And what's your opinion on RNG abilities like Tidehunter, Ravage? I don't really think that there's that much RNG in this game, especially in the early game there is, but otherwise I don't really see that much. 3-color versus mono decks, I kind of talked about that already. With the Meepo reveal, will it be possible to do a multicolor deck since Meepo can be in multiple lanes? So here's my my Meepo shirt. I do like me some Meepo. I don't know that makes it possible for a multicolor deck. I think I mean, you can build a whole deck around Meepo. The problem is going to be that feeding your opponent is a problem, and losing all of your Meepos to just one removal spell seems pretty hurtful. So, do I think monocolor decks can work, and do I think dual decks always are better? I like monocolor decks. I think that monocolor decks are awesome. Again, it helps me to reduce RNG, right? Like, I will always have, the hero in my lane will be able to cast the cards in my hand as long as I have the mana, right? So, like, I like monocolored decks. Is there a global spell deck? I don't know that I can speak to that, but, I mean, I'm sure there can be. That doesn't seem... the CD on items and abilities, does the number mean the amount of turns it will be on cooldown? Yes, that's what that means. Best archetype for beginners is going to be, like I said, mid-range. What revealed hero or card do you think players will overrate at first? Overrate. I think... that's a good question. Like, I'm not actually sure. Because until we have all the cards revealed, it's going to be hard to know, like, what decks... I mean, because what's going to happen is there's going to be a big tournament, some deck's going to win, and then whatever heroes are in that top 8 and whatever cards are in that top 8 are going to explode. It's going to be just like Magic. So that's where that's going to be. Sorry, I'm way behind in chat, so I'm just catching up on the questions I have until 9:30. Do you think people overestimate how hard it'll be? No, I think people underestimate how hard it'll be. I mean, because this game is super, super difficult, and I'm not just saying that because I'm playing Artifact. I'm saying that as a Magic player who's played for 25 years. That like I said, I've played Magic on every level. I can't say that I am John Finkel or as good as Kibler, who's won the Pro Tour, or anything like that, but I feel very confident in my ability to play Magic. The thing about this game that makes it tough is there's so much future planning. There are little mistakes you can make that will completely punish you, and not knowing all of the cards that are available to your opponent and not having all the information about like what cards are possible until you like obviously memorize everything, you're going to be at a severe disadvantage, and it's going to be hard. What would you say the most busted cards in the game are at the moment? I really like Hand of God. I mean, I like that kind of stuff. Was there a tutorial at PAX or someone taught you how to play? So what happened is after you waited in line for 5 or 6 hours, however long it was, you would sit down, and then somebody from Valve would come and like stand behind you, and then they would explain to you how to play. And that is really the best way to learn how to play, is to have somebody who knows how to play like walk you through everything, because if they don't walk you through everything, you will just not know how it works. So I actually thought about having a Patreon where people could like be like $10, and then I would screen share with them when it launches and show them how to play, because that really is how the best way to learn. Anything you don't like about the game? I mean, in the very beginning, being able to have the RNG of what gets placed in front of what is kind of rough. So do you think that rarity doesn't equal power? Nope, rarity definitely equals power. More than a 2 deck color available? Yes, I think that 2 color decks are very viable. Can I upload the wallpaper? I don't know. I'll have to ask Melondo7. I'll have to ask, my guys, so at Valve, if that's possible. Is 5 color good stuff possible or viable? I don't know that. Again, I don't know that if you want... I'm sure, like, you could place, like, every color hero in your deck and then just do it that way, and then just find ways to mitigate when you have cards you can't cast. But I think that's going to be tough. If someone can't stay till the end of the stream, will they still be able to win? I'm going to choose a follower, and then if that follower has to respond. So let's go down. Is the new card and one for me any good? I think the card is good. The revealed card, yes. It's something that people I don't think normally would think is good. But I was talking to some of the other people at Valve, and they definitely agree with me that the card's it will be underrated at first. Do you foresee a need for a third-party deck tracker? I think having a deck tracker would be good. I think being able to see everything that's in your deck, and then being able to know what outs you have will help. Let's see, what do we got? I hear a lot of people speaking that this game is a bit complex with wording. Do you agree? I don't think that it's complex with wording. I think it's just complex with gameplay. Like, there's just a lot of outs. So when I was at PAX, it was myself, Alan Comer, and the lead designer, not Richard, but I forgot the other guy's name. We were all sitting there. We were watching Brian Kibler play, and we were just discussing lines of play. And there were so many different lines of play, and a lot of times our initial thought for line of play wasn't the best. Once we actually talked about it some more, we ended up with the correct line of play. We were trying to make sure he didn't hear us, but yeah. How difficult is it to add tech cards to a deck? Easy, very easy. All right, let's keep going down. How intense is the game? The game is intense, dude. Once you start playing and you start getting into it, you get hooked because you're bad at first. So you want to just keep playing to get better because you learn something. Like every time you play a match, you learn something because there's so many people who are going to be better than you, and you're going to see these lines of play. Like even when I look at video gameplay from PAX and I start talking it through, I see a lot of things that I just didn't see the first time, and that's helping. Let's see. Do you think people who have never played a card game before will have a disadvantage compared to people who have experience? I mean, you will have a disadvantage, right? Because you're not used to things like card advantage, which is much different in Artifact than it is other places. And I'm going to be posting an article about that. You are used to gold disparity and things like that, so you know more about that. But I definitely think it'll be the learning curve. Your first couple of months will be rough. Is it going to be hard to have fun at or just be good at? No, I think it's a fun game even when I lose. And I don't really like to lose. Obviously, no one likes to lose, but I definitely have fun even when I do lose. Because I don't feel like with Magic, like sometimes when I get mana screwed or I get flooded or things like that, and it's just frustrating because I didn't get to play. Like every game of Artifact, I feel like I got to play and I got to do stuff. Do you know when you pick the follower? I will be almost certainly doing the giveaway towards the end of the stream. Do you know if a Steam Marketplace redesign is coming along for Artifact? No way, no idea. Is the new card Dazzle? No. Have I opened any packs in beta? Will that be too much of a spectator event? I cannot say anything about that. My current favorite hero, I really like Phantom Assassin. I like the black heroes. I like... and I guess I like them because they are black and they give me access to black spells. Not necessarily because they're a black hero. Do I think multicolored heroes would be busted? I don't think they'd be busted, but I think that if there are multicolored heroes, there would have to be some sort of disadvantage to being multicolored because multicolored would be too good. Let's see. How should the tournament format be? Best of 2 sideboards or multiple decks like Hearthstone? Personally, I would like to see in tournaments. I would like to see best of. Well, the problem is like best of 3 could take a long time. I have played hour games of Artifact, and so best of 3 could be really rough. So I don't know. I would like to have sideboards, but I don't know how that would work if we're not playing best of 3. Do you like the lore even though I don't play Dota? I do like the lore, so in Slack's... I basically just kind of got onto Slack's Loregasm channel and just tried to watch as much as I can, so that's where I'm at right now in my education. So it's going to be a while before I know a lot about the Dota lore, but I'm hoping by launch that I know enough so that if I do any kind of casting or like live casting, I can speak to the lore. And I'm never going to be an expert like Slacks, but I'm going to do my best to try to at least know what's going on. I do like the Artifact song. I like all of the Artifact soundtrack. I wish there was a way to do that. Does Artifact make me want to play Dota? It does, because I played League, so I am going to be starting to play Dota 2 actually later tonight. I am in the beta, and that's really all I can say about that. And what does initiative mean? So initiative means that you get to act first. So in Artifact, as opposed to Magic, it's not last in, first out, like in Magic. So what that means is that like the last spell in Magic is the first one to resolve. In Artifact, when you cast something or you do something, it happens. Your opponent doesn't get to respond. So having initiative means that you get to do whatever you want to do now, it happens, and then your opponent gets initiative. Slacks is the only person in the Dota community that cares about the lore. Dota 2 lore is all filler because original stuff is Warcraft 3. Oh, okay. All right. Can you explain how regeneration works? So regeneration is much different than Magic. So in Magic, regeneration works if your creature takes lethal damage. Instead of dying, it just stays there. So regeneration in Artifact works more like you would think regeneration works. So basically, regeneration, not only does it it just heals damage. So if you had a 5 toughness guy and he was taking 5, but he had 1 regeneration, he would only take 4. Okay? But the other good thing about regeneration is that it actually does regenerate. So, like, if your 5 toughness guy was at 1 toughness because of previous damage, and then during the current turn he wasn't taking any, he would actually heal whatever his regeneration was for that turn. So, do you think Artifact does a good job of dragging you into the lore and world compared to MTG? Absolutely not right now. Magic lore is like, you're there, you know, every card, not every card, but like every card, yeah, actually, every card tells a story. There's a lot of, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a lot of text that talks about parts of the story and things like that. So I don't see a lot of that so far in Artifact, but just in general, I like to know. All right, here we go. That's all my questions. And it is now time to do our reveal. But first, let's do this. Yes, regeneration can save you from death. All right. And there's that. And we're going to do this reveal here shortly. We are en route. Divine Rapier plus 322 damage. Somebody has been reading my diary. And give me 1 sec. I'm just doing something real quick for you guys. And sorry, I'm just making sure I actually put it up correctly so I don't mess up. I don't know what 322 means. What does it mean? And let's see. And where are we at? And all right, here we go. Let's open this folder. Let's find our pictures. And I think it's, here we go. All right. Make sure that this looks correct. All right, here we go. Here is our card reveal. So, the card is Corrosive Mist. It allows you get your Reddit and Twitter posts ready. You don't want Reddit to beat you. Yeah, I know. That's okay. I'll let Reddit beat me this time. So, but I do want to make sure that we get this on Twitter real fast. So let's do that. Twitter. I'm gonna make sure that I do that here. Ha! New card reveal. And let's see. And we're gonna make sure that we all right, here we go. I think we got it on Twitter. We put it up, and now let's get back to the chat. Okay. So here we go. Corrosive Mist. Here's what it does. So we're looking at condemning all equipped items. So what this means is that it's in this particular lane, you will be able to destroy all of the equipped items that are on all of, obviously equipped means they have to be on the heroes in this particular lane. But so here's the thing that makes this card in my opinion, it's underrated, I think, and I think most people will underrate it because they immediately, it seems like Shatterstorm, right? Like in Magic, where you can destroy all the items, but there are a lot of, I think, going to be a lot of situations where you might have a gold disadvantage, right? So like it's going to be like it's all equipped items on heroes in the current lane. Okay, so if they have Apotheosis Blade, if they have Horn of the Alpha, if they have all of that stuff, you're going to be able to get back in the game. So like if you have a deck that constantly feeds your opponent, then the only way they can do anything with that gold, or the big thing they want to do with the gold, is they want to be able to buy really expensive, crazy equipment, right? Or crazy items. So now you're able to, if you need to feed your opponent for whatever reason, or you have a deck that maybe has low toughness guys, you can get back in the game by making sure that all that gold that they spent actually goes like out the window. Or if they have like a Rix deck, right? They might have like all the equipment on Rix, and then now you have no way to actually deal with it, but it's all equipped items. Okay, so it's not just their like I said, it's not just their weapons, it's not just their armor, it's not all that stuff, but it does hit yours too. So you do have to make sure that it's a situation where you don't have to run 3, you could run 1. You could, I don't know that I would, I might run, I can't imagine running 3 unless like the meta became like super equipped. But I think it is a nice 1 or 2 of, it does hit your own heroes. But again, we know that we have this in our deck, right? Like if we have this in our deck, we can play around it, right? We get to play it in the lanes that we want to play it in, not in like all lanes. So if there is a lane that we are way behind in, and that's where all the equipped items are, we can have a green hero in there and we can get all of that knocked out, right? And we can condemn it, and there's no way to get it back, right? Like I don't see like that there's some card right now that's I guess there could be one released that brings something back from being condemned, but like right now there's no way to do that, right? You can just, right, like an example, like a Meepo deck might want to have something like a blue-green Meepo deck might want to have this in the deck, because that way if you're feeding them, you can now get all, like while you're building up your stuff, you can now, when they equip all these huge items, you can now condemn all that stuff, and now you're back in the game, and now you're ahead, right? Do you get anything when an item is condemned or equipped? No. But what if our hero's fully equipped too? Well, then you're not going to want to use that in that lane if, but maybe you do. Maybe you only have, let's say you have like only 9 gold of equipped items on the hero in that lane, and they have like 35 gold of equipped items. So we do that, we pay 5, and now we get to make up a massive gold difference. And that is the big deal, is being able to condemn stuff that, and it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't target, it hits all of it, and being able to make up on a gold disadvantage is super strong for decks that feed the opponent. So if you condemn a hero with an item like Stonewall Plate, or all the modifiers that you got stay, yes. So if you condemn a hero, all the stuff stays on it. So, but if you condemn the equipment doesn't come back. So that's the big deal. So you can also check out, I did write an article about Corrosive Mist, and it's on potionofknowledge.com. So you are more than welcome to check that out and give me some feedback on the article itself. I don't know if there's anybody out there who had been doing articles on preview cards, but I did this one because I wanted to actually, kind of get into that process, kind of like Magic, right? So, but yeah, so that's that. That's Corrosive Mist. I don't know if there's any other questions that were out there, but Corrosive Mist is the preview card that I was given, and again, I like it, and again, I think it is. I know I say underrated, but the reason I say it's underrated is because as a Magic player, I immediately look at this and I think, oh, this looks like Shatterstorm. Like, this looks like Fracturing Gust. And those cards are like strictly sideboard cards, and I would never ever play those in the main deck. So I don't know. Like, that's why I say that this is kind of it's underrated, because that's my immediate thought, and it says, oh, well, I'm not going to really play this card, but I think this could see a lot more play, and the designers thought condemn is a keyword rather than destroy. Exactly. But it's a rare, and I'm thinking that that's part of, maybe the designers know more than we do, and that's why it's rare, not like an uncommon or something like that. So, all right. Let's get back into some more gameplay. $500 card. Yes. Do you mind talking a little bit about constructing your item deck that I can reveal? Yeah, I probably can talk a little bit about that. Okay. So this is the red-green deck versus the blue-red deck. And let's talk a little bit about what both these decks want to do. I'm just going to pull up all the cards for us real fast. Oops, wrong button. Here we go. Okay, so we saw the red-green deck in the last video. Okay, so we saw that, it can be aggro, but we have to make sure that we know what lanes we can win. We have to obviously not place bad. But in this, against the blue-red deck, we know that he has Luna. So Luna's going to have Eclipse, and he also has Zeus. So we're going to have to deal with, the Thunder God, our Thunder God's Wrath, excuse me. And then he has Earthshaker, so we have to deal with Echo Slam. Giveaway will not be until after the stream, or towards the end of the stream anyway. And he's got Bristleback to give Bristleback and Keef to be able to give him a little bit of power. The problem here is that, Keef's card is really bad. But obviously Bristleback, they're just good heroes with, halfway decent cards, but Bristleback's card is obviously very good. So we want to try to, if you're the red-green deck, he's going to definitely do our best to get rid of Luna as much as he can so that she doesn't get all of the Eclipse counters. And we're going to do our best to not, or the red-green deck will do its best to not go too wide and get eaten by Echo Slam. And obviously Thunder God's Wrath, we can only really play around that so much because he has 3 blue heroes, and that's going to get cast. So we just have to be cognizant of that so that we can make sure that we get our spells out before a lot of this crazy stuff happens. So here we go. All right, so here's our initial placement. We have Bristle. So let's see. The red-blue deck is going to have Bristleback on Pugna. So those guys will bounce unless we get. Yes, regeneration still does happen if you don't receive any damage. So those are going to bounce. So top lane is bounced so far, and then our mid is also going to bounce, but we have a creep, so we'll be able to get 2 in there, and then. Let's see. In our bot lane, we have the Dream. We have Axe on Luna, so hopefully we can find a little bit more power there to get Luna off the board. And then we've got 2 melee creeps. So it looks like the red-green deck has a pretty good position early, and the red-blue deck, it doesn't want to have a Luna on an Axe. That's for damn sure. So let's see what comes out of the draw here. Okay, so there's a new orders here, a Cunning Plan, Tower Barrage, and a Conflagration Echo Slam. So, U is blue. New orders isn't going to do anything here, so we're not, the red-blue deck isn't going to cast anything in this lane. I mean, I guess it's possible. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't see. All right, so Bronze Legionnaire is coming out. That's going to be good. He could New Orders his Bristleback, or he can New Orders the melee creep to try to kill Pugna, get Pugna off this lane. And that's fine. What we might have wanted to be able to... No. Yeah, that's good. I like it. Yeah, because there was nothing that he could do in that lane. Yeah, so that's fine. Yeah, get rid of Pugna, get 5 gold, and then let's move to the last one. All right. So he wants to obviously find some way to be able to get another creep or another point of damage over here. All right, so he Poison Strike, so he'll cut the... We're going to absolutely cunning plan to swap, and then hope he doesn't have a way to reposition Axe, and he doesn't. All right. All right, 5 gold. All right, so the question now is going to be, do we want to, or does the blue-red deck want to try to get Luna off of that third lane away from Axe? So with 5 gold, he could buy the Town Portal Scroll and try to do that, and you'll get there, be able to earn the Eclipse, get it off the lane, but then we lose it next turn. But I don't think that Luna is going to live through this next turn anyway. So it's very possible that you could just buy the scroll and try to get her off the lane. There's also an argument for just buying leather armor to get through your item deck and then try to equip leather armor to your Luna and try to pump it that way. But I would be more concerned. I don't know. I do have a Zeus coming in. I would probably buy... again, there's different opinions on it. I might just Town Portal Scroll here. Oh, but did nothing instead. Okay. All right, so now we're going to decide where everything needs to go. So Dreamer's coming in. He has 1 melee creep coming in top lane, and then another melee creep coming bot. So I definitely want to get Luna off of that third lane because now we're down 4. It's 4-1 in our bot lane, but I want to have Zeus in my top. So I think I would put Zeus top lane here because he's almost certainly going to put Dreamer first lane, and yeah, so that's what I think. Oh, okay. So he put it mid. I guess so. He wants to try to win mid, but now he was already ahead in mid, so now he's just super ahead in mid. So I think we should have definitely put that top. All right, there's a New Orders and a Fighting Instinct. So we could New Orders over to the Bronze Legionnaire and try to get him off the board. And I think that's like, because we can't cast Fighting Instincts, we can't cast any of our blue spells in this lane, so we just really don't have a lot of options here. But I kind of want to get that Bronze Legionnaire off the board. And then there's a black. Okay, so he cast Blacksmiths first, so now we can New Orders and not have to worry about anything. Why use the Dota lane names? Just cuz. All right, so New Orders on the Bronze Legionnaire, and then now we're gonna be down 2-1 on gold, but we do have 5 in the bank. All right, so here we don't have initiative, but we're not going to do anything. We're going to just see. So instead of casting, so our opponent passes. So we almost certainly do not want to cast anything. Just pass, kill the Lycan, and just move on. There's no reason to do anything else in this lane. Perfect. And then now on bot, so this is what I was saying. Like if we had the portal, we could put Luna back in our hand, deny him 5 gold, and we'd be straight. Instead, all we can do now is Tower Barrage to kill the creep in front of us, and yeah, and that's it. So I guess we could Tower Barrage here, and then next turn we could Conflagrate into this lane to try to get a bunch of gold, but like that's not gonna do really much anything. So I think he should have absolutely just got that scroll and picked up his Luna and got him off this. Right. Exactly. We don't cast anything in that lane because if we did, he would be able to react. If we just hit the button, we move forward. No more magic. Yeah, so Tower Barrage here is not good. There's no reason to do that. That just gives you 1 gold and you waste a Tower Barrage because you're not going to be on this lane anyway. So, and then our Luna is dead. I don't know that there's a reason to, that there's a way to do that. Okay, so we bought a Potion of Knowledge, which is also the name of my website. Yeah. But I think we should also buy leather armor and see what we get behind that, but that didn't happen. All right. Okay, so we do have an Echo Slam on our hand, so with this melee creep coming top, that is just fine because that's going to give us more Echo Slam damage. So we're mid lane, we are looking very good. So there's almost certainly our opponent, the green-red deck is not going to place any heroes mid. He should just give that up, let it go. He doesn't have to place any heroes in the bot lane, so he can be done there. So I would assume that these 2 heroes are just going to go top lane, but the problem then is, again, there's Echo Slam, so it's kind of hard. He might go 1-1, maybe put one, like a Pugna in top, and then Legionnaire mid. So it's kind of tough because playing around Echo Slam is hard. You normally would just spam. No, that's got to go top lane, bro. Yeah, that's definitely top lane, so we can cast some of our blue spells first. Oh, Legion Commander. Sorry, I'm getting the terms incorrect. All right, Foresight and another Echo Slam. All right, so we're at 5 mana now. We need to get to, obviously, live to 7 so we can Echo Slam. So even if we do have a blue hero die this turn, it's fine because then we can, when 7 mana comes around, we'll be able to Echo Slam still. So item cards aren't random. Or item cards are random every shopping phase. No, they are. They're definitely random. If he does 2 damage to everything, that's kind of whatever. Conflagration is going to look and see. I mean, if he conflagrates, it depends if he wants to try to get back into this lane. So like he could conflagrate bot lane and get the 2 gold and eventually kill. No, he would never kill that mercenary because he can just pump it. So okay, I was thinking that we could just conflagrate since he put a hero into the mid lane. I think we could have just cast because we have double Echo Slam, so we could just cast the conflagrate mid and done it that way. All right, so Vanguard giving Pugna an extra gold. Hey, you can see somebody's hand coming in there. Yep, Potion of Knowledge. Let's get another card. All right, so Red Piss Millager is going to be very good in that last lane. Actually, no, it's not because we don't have a red hero there. I was going to say, like, we don't have initiative in this lane, so now what we can do is hope that they cast something, and then we can Pillager into an open lane, into the far left, so that we can go Pillager and maybe do 80 damage in mid. But instead we're going to get dueled, so we ain't doing nothing. And it's possible we could still lose our Zeus on this lane too. Tower Barrage. Okay. Yeah, so now we're basically... We were halfway decent in this lane, but getting dueled kept us off Red Piss Villager, which is... That sucks. Alright, got rid of 2 of those. I mean, he could try to come back in this lane, but I don't think that this is a lane that he's going to be able to get back into. Because again, he can spend all his gold into the Mercenary, so now he doesn't have to commit any other units to this board at all. And we don't have... In the blue deck, we don't have any real good ways to deal with just like 1 or 2 heroes. Am I saying it wrong? Red Piss Villager? Oh, no, it's Red Mist Pillager. Sorry, I thought you messed me up. We're going to almost certainly buy a Traveler's Cloak. I don't see any reason not to just be spending gold. We should have just spent all the gold, start equipping our guys. Alright, so we need to make sure we have a blue hero in our top lane so that we can Echo Slam next turn, so we have to almost certainly place Luna top and hope that it doesn't die. Yes, the items do stay equipped after the hero dies. Alright, so our hero got placed in front of Dreamer, which is fine. But now we have to figure out exactly how we want to do this. So let's move that clear. Alright. No, I don't. I want to be able to see the hand. Stop looking at stuff. Alright, so he's trying to play clear the deck. So if he clears the deck, that will deal 4 to the 08. It'll deal 8 to the 2-1 there, which will kill it. It'll deal an extra 4 to Dreamer. So clear the deck actually doesn't do anything here. So I'm not sure why he cast that. I think what I would do here is I would just Traveler's Cloak to pass priority. I would cloak up Luna to keep her, you know, make sure that she doesn't take any more damage than necessary, and then wait for my opponent to do something, and then from there I might be able to get Red Mist Pillager in on an empty lane, or I could even cast like Foresight or something like that. Yes, those arrows are there because it's the person's casting clear the deck. So clear the deck is not what we want to do here, because we could have easily just cast Traveler's Cloak and then maybe done Red Piss Villager or Red Mist Pillager somewhere, or even just casting Foresight and getting to Eclipse. Yeah, because right now we don't care about the creeps. Like, we want the creeps to stay alive so we can Echo Slam them next turn. Red Pissed Villager. Yeah, he is pissed. Yeah, so he, like, the player did this backwards. So being able to do it, if we did, yeah, see, now we've got 6 heroes or 6 creeps on board. So now we're not even going to kill everything if we Echo Slam. So that's super bad. And then this lane is dead. And the blue-red deck has 2 heroes coming through. Okay, so now the question is, what do we need to buy? Are there slots above heroes, item category slots? Yes, you can have max of 3 and 1 of each type. Alright, we got 11 gold. We have Echo Slams incoming. So with Echo Slams incoming, I think I want to buy Phase Boots and then see what's under that. I think that's where I would go with this. Because I don't really need them all. Okay, I was going to say, we don't really need them all because we're going to kill everything on the top board anyway. And we got lucky because a creep got put into that lane. But the problem now is it's 3, 6, that's 7 enemies in that lane, so that's only going to do 7 damage, and that will not kill everything. It'll almost kill everything, but so we're going to need, we still have to figure out what other lane we're going to win. So I think we're going to have to place both. We're going to have to definitely place Zeus mid. Okay, wow. So that's not not the plan, I don't think. I think we could have placed both those heroes mid and try to win the mid lane, because then we could have put the red mist pillager in the mid lane and did it that way. So I guess maybe he was worried that his Luna would die because he doesn't have initiative and he wouldn't be able to cast Echo Slam. Like, I guess that's a thing. Because now Echo Slam still isn't even that great. Like, Echo Slam is actually kind of whatever. Oh, and now there's a Divine Purpose, so we can't even kill Lycan. So yeah, I don't even know that I would have done Echo Slam there. I probably would have been more apt to try to Pillager there. And then maybe Pillager and then Maul. But Pillager would have, I think, been a little better there. You do need to be in the chat. Alright, so this lane still has a problem. And this lane is super dead. But the good thing is that this lane probably... Oh, I was going to say, the lane definitely isn't going to take 80 damage now, but it's... It still has an 8 power creature in there, and he doesn't have to actually add anything to it. All right, so let's buy phase boots, see what's there, and then buy the town portal scroll. Nope, guess not. Let's... Okay. Where are the packs? Decks generally greedy, i.e. too high to mana cost? Nah, I don't know that. I think that just a lot of these blue spells are just expensive. So I'm going to guess that our opponent is going to try to put this axe into the first lane, but he should put it mid. And if he puts it mid, we want to be able to put our hero into our mid lane, but like the problem is if we put Earthshaker in mid and he gets in front of either of those heroes, which he guaranteed will get put in one of those heroes, he'll just instantly die. So, and we can't put him bottom lane because he'll also just die there too. God, that sucks. But I think our best chance to win is going to be to... Oh, no. We can put it... If we have initiative, we can put it mid and then Echo Slam and kill everything. So, all right. Let's do that. I think that would be the play. To put it mid. No! All 4 heroes top lane. Let's go. Yeah, I don't think that's a plan. Because I don't think you can do 80 here. If he Echo Slams here, will not kill everything. Time of Triumph is pretty good. No. Yes. So let's use Earthshaker's ability first. Use Earthshaker's ability. Yeah? No? Earthshaker's ability? Maybe? No. I mean, Echo Slam doesn't kill everything, and we could have just Time of Triumph, or we could have... Oh, I guess maybe this player doesn't know that Earthshaker has an ability. That's also a thing. Also, if you're here obviously for the giveaway, most people are here for the giveaway, but if you actually enjoy commentary, please feel free to make sure that you use a sub. It means the world to me, and it obviously helps me to continue to put through more content. So get that sub up now. Slowly trying to kill this mercenary over there, but it's not working. All right, 13. We don't need cleave, so just buy 4 attack. And he's got 2 divine guys in the top lane, so those guys are pretty stuck. So if we can actually just win this lane and move on, that'll be super helpful. So, all right, Dreamer mid, 2 melee creeps incoming, but we don't have a blue hero in our mid lane, so we're unable to do some of the stuff we want to do. All right, Conflagration, Thunder God's Wrath. Babori, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate it. Yes, there are a lot of misplays from the blue-red player. And the thing is that these players at PAX have not played before, right? Like, G Knighton, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. So, yeah, like, we're dealing with people who just have never played the game. So that's why I think there's a lot of mistakes. But the thing is that we want to kind of point out the mistakes and kind of talk about the correct lines of play, because there's not that many outlets to be able to kind of, do a lot of the commentary and talk about gameplay, and I think it's important to be able to do that. So, still doesn't seem to know about Earthshaker's ability, and yes, I'll try to find, I don't remember which games I played, but I'll try to find them. Yes, the yellow coin means it's your initiative. Well, he needs 4 more damage here. So, Blade of the... That's not going to give you 4 more damage. He could have just put the Maw on Earthshaker and then use his ability, and we'd have been straight. But, yeah, Divine Purpose plus Duel is pretty good. But a lot of games don't last this long. A lot of games don't get to 9 mana, and our opponent also, or our opponent, but the red-green deck also has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 normal cards in their hand and 3 pieces of equipment. So, yeah. So he still doesn't know that Earthshaker has an ability, but at least put the Maw on something. And double Time of Triumph. Okay. So he's trying to put another Phase Boots on here, which is perfectly fine. Actually, no, I actually don't know about that interaction. Like, if he replaces his +4 health, if that will instantly kill Luna. But either way, Maul needs to go on to Earthshaker. What? Passing isn't an option. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, like, obviously, if you're super desperado for a key, you can always buy one on the eBay. But, so, time to cast Red Mist Pillager to... Oh, no, we can't, because we can only cast it right in front of the Legionnaire, so that won't do anything. So, Time of Triumph isn't that great. No, do not put a Red Mist Pillager in front of that guy. Thank you, Jesus Christ. Fighting Instinct we could do here. Maul is fine. I mean, any number of different things would be... Actually, no. If he Phase Boots and switch with... Oh, instead, nope. Just put your guy in front of somebody who's going to instantly die. And then favor this lane. Yeah, I don't imagine that the blue-red player is going to win this game. The stream is going to be one more video after this. And so I would say maybe this game only has about 5 minutes left. So probably about 30 minutes, roughly 30 minutes left in the stream. So everybody who is desperado spamming the chat about a giveaway, those people will be happy to know. We only have one more game after this, and then I will do the giveaway for you. Thunder God's Wrath does nothing. I don't know what possible answer the blue-red deck has now, because both these heroes are impossible to kill. And we're taking 25 exactly. The red-green deck has... It will not be for subs only, but I for a fact guarantee that we will do a sub-only stream or a sub-only beta giveaway at some point. It may be next week, but we will do one. That is 100%. So I heard somebody tried to scam out of a previous... Yes, somebody definitely tried to scam a winner last time, and it was like total horse crap. And they created like a Twitter account that matched the name. They created a Twitch account that was like really close to the name of the person that won, and then tried to get me to give the key to them. So did not fall for it, but yes. So this lane is in Deep Dew. He can, when he gets priority back, he can Potion of Knowledge, but the red-green deck still has 5 mana, so I'm assuming that he can... I don't know why he put a Rebel there. That's not going to do anything. Oh, now being able to taunt is going to be helpful. Oh, he has no more mana. Just kidding. And then there's the Maw, so... Oh, no. So now he can Maw. He can flip his Lycan. Oh, but he didn't... He equipped the wrong person. So if he would have equipped the Maw to Lycan and then flipped, he would have won the lane. And the game would have been over right there. Yeah, but he doesn't know that his opponent has Cunning Plan. Like, you just got to play to your outs. How do you respond to Divine Purpose? You don't. The only thing you do to Divine Purpose is if you have an Apotheosis Blade. And Apotheosis Blade would still contempt it, or would still condemn it. And Coup de Grace will also kill it. What does Foresight do? I think Foresight draws 2 cards. I think it draws 2 cards. I'm pretty certain that's what Foresight does. Swapping here, just you can swap over and kill the Bronze Legionnaire, I guess. Or that switch doesn't mean it doesn't do anything because he already has a Maw equipped, so he just wants to get in front of something, kill it, and then Maw it. So, all right. He has 3 heroes coming in, so it's possible that he can save the top lane. I have to read Apotheosis Blade. Let me see. Oh yeah, it doesn't even work. Yeah, condemned units equipped hero does battle damage too. So yeah, it won't. Apotheosis Blade wouldn't even work. Okay. So now he's got to find the blue-red deck can maybe win mid. He's got to find a way to win the top lane, but with 3 heroes with Divine Purpose, it's going to be hard. And there's a melee creep coming in, and he's got 2 more heroes coming in, which he could also put main and put top lane. I mean, the only answer is to put all 3. Yeah, these plays are real bad. Is to put all 3 into top lane, use Earthshaker, and see what happens from there. That's what I would assume. And then, yeah, there we go. Yeah, please stop. These plays are so bad. Yeah, again, the plays are going to be pretty bad until people who have really been able to do a lot of playing are able to stream their play, right? Oh. Okay, well, he warded here, so can't cast any spells without losing. Well, snap. Yeah, no outs anymore. Yeah, like, so, I mean, without the without that, it was possible that he could have maybe got back into that game. Have you ever seen people recover lost lanes, or do you always abandon it? No, sometimes what'll happen is like it'll appear that you have lost a lane or that you're giving up on it, and you're not. You actually will go back into that lane and then go from there. So there is a concede button. You can just click concede or surrender or whatever it is. I had plenty of people like surrender in at PAX. All right. So we're gonna. Looks like this is like mid game. Why is we're already on 6? Let's see. Let's see this one. Okay, so this is at the beginning of a game. Looks like this is turn. We're a turn in. Initiative is a huge deal. Initiative is like, you know, one of the keys to playing this game and making sure that you win, because you want to be able to act first. So anyway, it looks like in this particular game, we're in on turn one turn in. He's got a blue and a black hero that's going to be coming in next turn. So this is the blue-black deck versus the blue-red deck. And looking at doing a grazing shot so far. So this is a bot game because the person is getting explained how cards work. All right. So put a bunch of creeps in here, which is like against the blue-red deck. I don't know that that's something that we don't spamming a specific board is really rough against that blue-red deck because they do have so much of the removal like that. Like they have the removal that does 2 damage to everything. They just have a lot going on. The time limit in Artifact feels fine. It really very rarely feels rushed. All right, so almost certainly the aggro deck wants a short sword to try to get through his deck and see what he can buy. So we only had 3 gold. Wow, 2 more heroes there. Okay, so we've got Bristleback and Zeus in the top lane. And another creep coming in. And then we also have 2 heroes that we can go bot. I think I don't know that he wants to. He can ventriloquy in top lane and just place both heroes. I don't believe the time limit was increased at PAX. All right, so he placed Tidehunter's on my brain. He placed Earthshaker into bot lane. I'm not sure why. So here, all right, so we've got Disciple, which is what we want to use when we actually are able to spam a little bit. Zeus killing here. I mean, all right, so we've got double strafing run, so we could kill both the creeps here. I don't know if there's any chance the NDA is removed to let beta tester stream. I wish, but I don't know of any any news of the beta testers getting out of that early. We could conflagrate into this lane, and then next turn, if something else gets placed, but conflagration isn't going to do anything to Bristleback. The blue-red deck has so much stuff, and we still have to worry about Echo Slam. So I think I would short sword first, and then see if my opponent see if the blue-red deck has a 1 mana thing he wants to do, and then from there that'll give me a little bit more information as to what we got. Conflagration again. We have double strafing run, so we don't really need conflagration here. We could conflagrate here because that'll kill the Luna before she gets to cast a spell. So that does seem good. The guys from PAX haven't signed an NDA, that's for sure. That's why everything from PAX is able to be streamed and all that stuff. All right, so we got to go back to our other lane eventually here. Okay, we have no more mana. Let's just cast the short sword. Let's put it on, on the maiden so that we kill this creep and go about our day. And then that way, when the creep dies, it should trigger our, what's it? Necrophos? Is that how I say it? Necrophos? Ewok, baby. F you. How about that? All right. So we could grazing shot here, but I don't think that's... Will you play some Dota on stream once you're done with the analysis and giveaways? I could. Necrophos. Okay, thanks. Yeah, nothing to do on this lane. We're just going to have to move on. But the good thing is that we do have mid 1, and now we just have to try to get off of our mid lane and get back into possibly top lane. Yeah. Did you actually sign the NDA, or is it a verbal agreement? I can't talk about the NDA. So now he's got double red. He'll have double red mist pillager there, but he can always just put a blue hero into this lane and then strafing run and kill them all. Prepare for toxic people if I jump into Dota. Yeah, I'm sure. But we do have Disciple. So, like, the good thing is that if we do go deep into a lane, we can Disciple and then, like, we could probably do 80 to this mid lane. Like, without, like, not even having to worry about it. So, like, get a short sword. We have 6 more. Yeah, let's just get through our deck. There's no reason to buy Healing Salve. Just get another Traveler's Cloak. Yeah, like, we don't need to heal anything right now. Like, it's not relevant. All right, so our opponent doesn't have anything coming in this turn. So I don't know why we would... What? Why would we put Jamoy into bot lane there? Like, I think we should just be focused on doing 80 in our mid lane. Like, I don't know if we can hit 80. I'll have to look at the board again. But it's very possible we could just do 80 there. With Disciple, like with Grunt, Disciple. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 plus however much damage we had in there. Plus the Disciple. Plus, dude, I think we could probably do... we could probably do 80. No, that's not necessary because you have Strafing Run and it'll kill all of them anyway. Joe or 213, thank you for that tier 1 sub, boy. So yeah, I think we could. I think we might could 80 this mid. But let's just take a look again. There's not even a melee creep here. All right, so we're doing 27. So if we cast Disciple, it doesn't matter where you put it. If we put Disciple and we put Untested Grunt, see, that's the problem now, is that we're not going to be able to 80 in a turn. So like, all he'll have to do is just place a blue hero in this lane and do 2 damage, and it will murder everything. Yeah, exactly. They can just place Luna here and then Echo Slam us, but we'll deal 53. So like I said, we're not able to do it this way. Like, I don't think, because here we can Strafing Run. We could have Strafing Run and we could have kept that 2 damage. But instead we're getting Eclipsed, so everybody is going to be everybody did not die. Healing Salve is fine. That takes us back to 8. We can then... if we... There's phase boots that I don't... Jamoy's not... That's not going to do anything for us. Strafing... I mean, strafing run keeps our guy alive, so we might as well do it. Yeah, I just don't know why Jamoy is here. That's the big thing. Yeah, just do your strafing run now, and then you can... let's see. Battlefield control won't do anything here for us. Because even if I... Yeah, obviously I see that, but like if you... Battlefield control... yeah, battlefield controlling isn't gonna work. Because if... Battlefield controlling to Keith... But why would he do that? Just to get Jamoy off the... Okay, I guess if that's one way to get Jamoy off. But the issue is we're going to lose our top lane, right? Oh, no, we're good. Because, well, it depends on what he has. Like, if he has an Echo Slam, we are certainly dead. So, because he has to place Luna... Well, it's a bot. So the bot has to place Luna mid and then Echo Slam. Or place mid and then kill our guy that's buffing everyone. So if we... So if we Steam Cannon... No, we don't have a Black Hero, so we can't do that. Thunder God's Wrath? Well... Yeah, and then is going to pass and then get Echo Slam too. Yeah, like the only hope is that your opponent just doesn't have Echo Slam, but he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards in hand. 9 cards and needs some way to deal 4 or deal 6 to this Luna instantly, which I don't think there is a way. Nope. Just wait. We can't pass. Oh, we don't have any heroes. Wow. Doesn't even need Echo Slam. Just Tower Barraged. Yeah. So, wow, holy. It's really like the AI is good, right? Like, but it's not insane. Like okay. Jesus. How much? Yeah, 20 gold, no big deal. Swag. Taking 10 here. Man. Have 3 heroes coming in next turn and need to do 27 to mid. Yep, 13. Need 3 more. So he's got to be able to win mid and do this last 27. So, and I don't know that that's the case, because he'll have to place he needs a black hero in top lane so he can cast Steam Cannon in the lane. Both blue heroes... No, that won't... Yeah, both blue heroes mid. No, that's what are you... What? That is not a thing. What? I'm not sure that we can combat that. Like, because if we put a black hero here, we can play Steam Cannon, we can shoot Luna for 4, and then the 2 damage will come through and finish her off. I just don't know if we can... Thunder God's Wrath. I just don't know if we have enough damage anyway. Yeah, there's no mods in my chat, obviously. So, for the next time, I will make sure that we do have a mod, or at least a couple of mods. So yeah, we could have shot Luna in this lane, had 4 heroes in it, and then strafing run to kill the last one, and maybe actually done something here. All right, so he's not going to win this lane. The blue-red deck's not going to win this lane. I am fairly new to Twitch. Yeah, sorry. Uh-oh. Let's see. All right. There goes Maiden. Jamoy can draw a card here. We don't want to do that because then Earthshaker can use his ability and then we won't be able to cast any blue spells here. Oh my god, Time of Triumph. Alright. Well, he doesn't have to cast Untested Grunts there. He could cast Dimensional Portal there too. But maybe he's trying to save the Dimensional Portal for mid. Yeah, so now he can't even use the last 6 mana he has, so now he's just dead. But yeah. Yeah, she's like, use battlefield control. Yo, you can't, because your guy's stunned. You can still, you could draw a card, but, yeah, and then he's dead. So, yes, that is the downside to watching people who don't really know how to play, is there's a lot of mistakes that can be made, and I think that's what I want to kind of show you too is, you know, when you are first starting to play, is from this year. Yeah, anyway, sorry. When you're first starting to play, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. That's just the nature of the beast. So being able to see these games and then see how it works is obviously... It's going to be good experience so that you don't have to kind of go through the same stuff. You can kind of think back to some of the mistakes that were made here and do it that way. So let us get into our giveaway. Let's get into that. I think that sounds excellent. So let's find my little giveaway thing. All right. I did not lose against the bot. I definitely did. I went. So my first 2 matches, I went beat the bot and then lost my winning in both times to play on the main stage. And then on the last day, I beat the bot and then lost my first match. So I was not very happy to lose my winning in twice, and I'll find the video for next stream, but I think it was like I ended up playing the blue-black deck both times, so for my winning in, and I wasn't very good at it. So, yeah. All right, let us... Doop-boop-a-doo. Let us see who we have. And... I have a winner of EVVAI2. Is that person in the chat? Meh? Maybe? Sounds like a bot to me. Nah. Let's check my my Twitch chat. Let's see. And Yeah, I don't see that person has messaged me. Is he there? Oh, if you typed, if you got chosen, make sure that you just send me a message. So, that's that. Thank you guys so much for coming by. I appreciate it. And I will almost certainly try to do another stream next week. I do have more keys that I can give away, and I don't think I'll be having any more cards to release. But if I do, you will be the first to know, because you can obviously always follow me here on my Twitch channel. You can follow me on Twitter, which is @RobAJG, and I will make sure that we give away some more keys. More keys. And if for some reason the person who won this key does not show up, I will give away 2 keys on the next stream. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, and then hope to hear from you guys soon.